I'm sharing with us this morning briefly and quickly on what I touched on understanding the fear of God. Understanding the fear of God. Now, what is the fear of the Lord? Number one, the fear of the Lord implies reverence for God. The fear of the Lord implies reverence for God. The fear of the Lord implies reverence for God. Proverbs chapter, please pay attention, Proverbs chapter 8 and in verse 13. Proverbs chapter 8 and in verse 13. Proverbs chapter 8 and in verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate. A person who fears God reveres him. A person who fears God reveres him. Number two, it implies deference. Deference. Deference to God. That is to defer to God. It means to consult God as the final authority over your life in whatever you want to do. God has the final say in your life. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and verse 6. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and verse 6. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. God has the final say in your life. For a man or woman who fear God, God is first, God is last, and God is everything in between. For the man that fears God, for the woman that fears God, God is first, God is last, and God is everything in between. In between. Number three, the fear of the Lord implies reverence to God in all issues. Reverence to God in all issues. Reverence to God in all issues. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and verse 6. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. The fear of the Lord implies reverence to God in all issues. When a person fears God, he or she will refer to God in all issues. The person who fears God asks him questions like, Lord, who should I marry? Where should I walk? What do you want me to do with my life? Lord, who should I marry? Where should I walk? What do you want me to do with my life? A brother met me one time that he got an offer in with a good pay in a brewery. So, and the question is, should I take the job? Is the pay is better than where I'm working. So if you fear the Lord, you don't need to ask that question. A young minister called me and said, "Sir, I want to ask you a question." He said, "What?" I said, "What is the question?" You know what he asked me? He said, "Is it right to minister to Yahoo boys?" to be praying for them. So the Mugu, I said, in one, if you are born again, you don't need to ask that question. He said, they used to deliver according to him. They used to deliver. Say, sir, in 1 month, according to him, that the tithe they bring to him, to the church, is massive, and that there are some that by the end of every month, they will drop 250K, 500K. I said to him, number one, you represent God, you should prescribe God. That's number one. Number two, your assignment is to lead them in the path of righteousness. Then number three, you are accumulating courses that you will not finish in your lifetime. It will extend to your children. Then number four, get ready for EFCC to come after you. I say, because when those people, they collected their money, because they are fraudsters. Those people, they take their money. When they begin to cost them, you are one of them that have aided them to do that. The cost extends to you, not extends to you alone, extends to your family, your children. I say, me, I have a lot of causes I have dealt with and I'm dealing with that my ancestors have accumulated. So I don't want to add another one. Then number two, I don't want my children to fight the battles that me I fought. So what do I do? I say, what you do is from henceforth, refuse to pray for them. Number two, refuse to collect their money. I say, you will suffer for a while, oh. But yes, that's the truth. Then number three, begin to do teachings in that area. He said, but some of them, according to him, is a parish pastor of a ministry. He said, but some of them, they are connected to my GO, so my GO approved it. I said, then what you need to do is to humbly leave that ministry. Because that's not the pattern that Jesus gave to us. I think the guy did it for 1 month, and when he couldn't bear the hunger, he went back to his old resetting and cut off from me. That is the reason why, as a child of God that fears God, I want to fear God, don't look at your mates and say, this is my mate, this is my mate. If you do so, and you want to follow them, are you ready to die their death? Are you ready to carry what they are carrying? Where you see people don't fear God, what they do with their life is practically their own decision. I told you the story. Someone met me and said, I will give you anything you want if you can pray for me. He said, my ex, according to her, my ex didn't marry me, even though I have a child for him. Now married another woman, and that woman now is using that to intimidate me. Even if that my ex won't marry me, let that woman leave the house. I said, sorry, you came to the wrong place. Sorry, you came to the wrong place. I say, what you just need to do is to work on yourself to find out why he didn't marry you, or even find out whether it is the will of God. Because if you are of a good character, I don't see a reason why a man can have a child. Number one, you won't even open your legs to get pregnant for a man that is not your husband. That's number one. It shows you don't have reference for God. Then number two, even if it's a mistake, If you have a quality character, you are homely, you give the man peace, you have a quality character, the man won't leave you for another person. And if you have made that mistake and the man have left you, why not make up your mind to move forward, learn your lesson and move forward. Trust God to change your story, but not going to pray for. That's wickedness. That's witchcraft. So where you see people don't fear God, what they do with their life is practically their own decision. God is never in the picture of their lives. They don't consult God for any reason. Whatever business is good, bad, or ugly, they must do it. Whether the man is an occult man, as far as he has money, she will marry him. Whether the girl fears God or not, as far as she looks beautiful, he will marry her. All he's looking for is big backside. You know, I was discussing with someone about a very dear brother. We grew up together in the faith. That dear brother sought God and everything. After a while, when he got married, the uh, the lady he married said, "This church thing you are doing," he was doing well, oh, because that guy was a model of Jesus to us. And because of the kind of wife he got married to, at one point, he refused to do ministry and began to pursue money. The last time I saw him, he was still the same complexion, but the Shekinah that attracted us to him. In fact, he was the reason why we said, if this man is young, is doing well, and is young, we must pursue this God. In fact, we belong to a fellowship at that time that, as young believers, any day we will used to go and find out which day is he teaching. They mention so Bro K is teaching today, or Pastor K is teaching today. Every one of us, we must be there. We normally have Bible studies on Tuesday. You must be there. We want to hear revelation. We want to have encounter. But at one point, he gave us a certain room in his compound. Now that room, we call it Mount Zion. What you do is, any day you have the hunger, it's not now that you can play with your phone for hours. You don't hunger to see God. Nothing is driving you. We didn't have much distraction like this. You just go there. You have hunger to pray. To avoid distraction, you just go there. Sometimes you will open the room. He told us you are free. You open the room, you see 2, 3 people on their knees, and you hear the rule is that you don't greet anybody if you enter there. You meet people. Sometimes you come and meet people for 2 hours. They are on their knees sweating, and they on their knees sweating. You will go one side and stay on your own. When you are through, you just lock door and leave them there. If they are through before you, no problem. Nobody raises prayer point for you. It's you.